Hello, I'm Iowa Lieutenant Governor Kim Reynolds, and I'm pleased to join you for the 13th episode of Ask the Gov. So let's go ahead and begin. Our first question comes from Lynn in Olwine via email, and Lynn asks, "We need fewer laws. Can't your office reduce some of the restrictive laws?" Well, Lynn, I'm very happy to say that really we feel like we've made some progress this year with the past session. Governor Branstad signed Executive Order number 72, which actually rescinded the Iowa Rice Rule. And what the Rice Rule did was it was enacted by the Environmental Protection Commission, and it forces backup diesel generators to retrofit for really a generator that was a backup and only used part-time. It was very cost prohibitive, very expensive for the new parts, and EPA really had not gone that far with the ruling, so our Iowa Environmental Protection Commission had actually got out in front of it. So Governor rescinded that, and we actually found out about that as we did the town halls all across the state with the rules and regulation meetings to really have the opportunity to sit down from Iowans and hear from them firsthand about rules and regulations that they thought had gone too far and was really having an impact on business and their operations. Another executive order that the governor signed was Executive Order 71, and that is puts in place a jobs impact statement on any new rules and regulations that are implemented. And so it's just another barrier, another process that they need to go through whenever they're thinking of enacting a new rule or administrative rule that has the department take a look at the impact that would have on job creation to business. Our second question comes from Spencer in Council Bluffs via email, and Spencer asks, "Why did Governor Branstad lie to the people of Iowa on the campaign trail when he promised not to charge fees for legal reviews of public documents sought under Iowa's open records law?" Well, Spencer, I want to let you know that Governor Branstad and I are committed to open, honest, transparent government. And that is one of the reasons that we brought Bill Monroe in as our transparency advisor. We've talked to Bill, and he has agreed. We had talked to him today, and he is going to sit down with Larry Johnson, who is one of the individuals that reviews the open records request. And he's actually going to walk through the process and show Bill what we do on the requests that we receive. And so Bill can give us some feedback and just see firsthand really the links that we go to provide accurate and correct and safe information to the requests that we're receiving. The governor's goal is really to continue to provide a balanced approach, and that allows public access in an effective way. Certainly our goal is not to charge for this information, to make it as easy as possible for individuals that request this to get the information they're looking for. But the reality is that we have a very small staff. We reduced the size of the staff, and we get many requests, which is fine, but there are limited resources available for us to meet the needs of the requests that we're receiving. So in order to respond to the requests and ensure that we're balancing internal budgets, there are necessary charges that we need to put in place. When open record requests are submitted, the staff goes through thousands of emails. We need to make sure that there's no confidential information included in any of the information that we release based on the request. So for example, if they want to know what the state salary is of an employee, we need to go through those records, but we need to make sure that no Social Security information is included in that or any other personal information, a driver's license number. We need to make sure that we release accurate, safe information, and that takes a lot of time and resources in order to make sure that we do that accurately. Our third question comes from Jan in Eldridge via email, and Jan asks, "I'm a veteran elementary teacher who already works a 12-hour day at my job to plan for my students as well as to meet the district and state mandates. How are we to cope with the added daily load that is being expected of us to report how each lesson meets the Iowa core curriculum?" Well, Jan, thank you very much for your question, and thank you for your hard work teaching Iowa's youth. Our youngest daughter is actually a teacher also. She teaches first grade, and next year we'll be starting her third year teaching. It's the first time that we've had an educator in the family, and it's really been a great opportunity for me and my husband Kevin to see firsthand the dedicated, the long hours and the time that teachers put in to do their best job of teaching our youth. So I appreciate all that you're doing. I hope you've heard about the Education Summit that the Governor and I will be holding. It's actually next Monday, July 25th and 26th. We right now have been traveling the state holding education town halls so we can have an opportunity to not only hear from parents and teachers, but faculty and businesses to gather ideas from them on what they think we need to do to really build a world-class education. The goal of the summit, it's focused threefold on increasing teacher and principal effectiveness, raising academic standards, and putting in place a strong matching assessments, and then using innovation to help increase learning. So that's the three areas that we're focusing on. We want to make sure that we are looking at all options of education and really getting a lot of input. We also held some roundtables where we had a business roundtable, we had higher education, and then we had teachers actually come in and talk to us about things that they felt would help them do a better job of teaching Iowa's youth. And one of the things that they indicated to us is they needed more time, they needed better assessments so they could understand where the kids were struggling and where they could better meet their needs to help them reach those high achievements, high goals that we're trying to put into place. They wanted more time that they could collaborate and network with their colleagues, and they also wanted principals to help them and stand behind them as they were teaching the kids. If the reports that you have to submit regarding the Iowa Core curriculum are a hindrance, we also need to take a look at that. Everything's on the table. We want to completely take a look at how we're delivering education, and we want to focus on creating a world-class education where we can have our students graduate being competitive and being able to compete in a global economy. So we hope that if you're not able to attend the Education Summit, a lot of it will be online and at our website, so we encourage you to participate, and we look forward to your feedback from the summit. Thank you.